Yeah, I'm loving the conversation as well. If you're joining us here, please definitely do your life a favor and go and start this from the very beginning. As Caroline shares her life, the nuggets are amazing. We're going to keep the conversation going. Okay, Caroline, let's hear. Now you're in banking.
Yes.
How do you go from banking to, or where do you go?
Well, I go from banking to radio purely by accident. Purely. Okay? I knew I couldn't do that job anymore. There's nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't for me.
What was it about it that it wasn't for you?
There was a routineness about it. And I think that's the one thing I feared. Somebody told me, would you go back to banking? When I used to say, hell no, the routineness. But you must remember, the structure and the systems of banking is what keeps your money safe also. So also don't be silly, okay? But I couldn't do it. So in this, let me find my next. I got...
After how long? After how long were you in this place that you figured out, no, this is not for me?
2 years. You can't just quit a job in Mrs. Mutoko's house.
But you're young.
Okay. I don't think anybody has been able to zuba in her house. My kid sister tried. Kuliharibika. And actually she protested because I remember because my mom had been able to get her a job at DT Dobie. Yes, DT Dobie, Lucia Mutoko worked for you temporarily, and then it was like, and because she used to go to school in the evening, so she'd wake up and literally just, like a lizard, lounge. That thing just used to drive my mother nuts, and she was like, all you people think about is money. No, actually, it's not money. It's like you literally, your brain is decaying as you wake up.
As you chill.
Yes, the housekeeper makes you breakfast, and then you do this, like a rich housewife. Get a job. So actually, I got a call from Bruce Odhiambo, and I need to remember how did I know Bruce? Because Bruce is the one who asked me to go up to Creative Audio and Visual and voice something for him. He must have known me from the church in South B. Yeah, and he used to have this studio just above Green Corner, Creative Audio Visual, and my job was to read a recipe for unga. Hi Unga, how you doing? So Unga used to have a show on English service on a Saturday. Lance, Claudia Mwambanga, and Bruce are the ones who used to be behind it. So I would read the ingredients and then repeat the ingredients. This is radio. And then I would read the directions and say, add 2 eggs to the da-da. So that's what I used to do. And I'd pre-record that and then they would edit.
It was a show on, it was
yes,
a show
so I
on radio
for,
on how to make something, and an omelette.
Yes, it was the radio version of Muke Nyumbani. There you go. Yeah, so you can't see me.
Yes.
And I once listened back to myself, because you record it like on a Wednesday, but it airs on KBC English service on a Saturday. And then when I heard Capital, because Capital had just emerged. Now remember, I was in a matatu. I was on Uhuru Highway. It was a Saturday afternoon. I will never forget this. And they had turned on to hear this new thing, because obviously Capital was new.
So Capital was the first FM, okay, maybe not Metro. It was the first FM station outside KBC and Metro.
Actually, East FM was.
What?
Yes. And I didn't know that until East FM was acquired by Radio Africa. I did not know that. But East FM was. And then Capital.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I heard Phil. And Phil was doing a traffic update. I think they were just running test transmissions, or just literally they were having fun. And he was like, if you're on Uhuru Highway, just turn back, it's terrible. But it's so funny because you don't hear people talk like that. And he gave his hotline number, 244464. Yes.
Yeah.
And that Monday I called and I said, are you looking for people? And said, you'll get a call back. So, okay, I hang up.
Okay, I'm just, stop right there. Caroline, you're in banking.
Yeah.
What makes you call and try this new thing?
Well, first, I'd done a little something with Bruce, and I kind of liked how I did it.
Did you think that there was something special in your voice?
Nope.
If you've had your voice your whole life.
Nope.
You didn't.
I've never. This is my voice. Even when I talk to myself, I will be coming through an airport in Zimbabwe, and somebody turn around and say, "I know you." I'm like, "How? Your voice. This is my voice."
I get that now with CTA, so I understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, so even when I'm brushing, this is my voice. So when somebody says it's your voice, I'm like, yeah, I've had it all my life.
Okay. So you call.
So I called. I was looking for something to do, because how long are you going to sit in Mrs. Mutoko's house doing nothing? And it sounded like they were having fun. I wanted to be in a fun space.
Okay.
And then I kind of hung up, because when people say somebody will call you back, and I went into my room, and the phone rings. Remember those days of extensions? So my mother picked up the extension in her bedroom.
No mobile phones, eh?
Yes. And then she comes and she tells me, "Did you call somebody?" I'm like, "Yes." And it was Phil himself on the phone. He said, "Hey, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm fine. I just wanted to know, are you looking for people?" He said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" "Nothing." I've told this story before. "Nothing. Could you come by?" "Where do I need to come?" So I went. And then I met John Wilkins, and he gave me 3 scripts to read. You read them.
Yeah.
The way you read the first reading at church. He said, "So what are you doing tomorrow?" "Nothing." "Could you come in?" See, they give you things to do. And one of them was to do traffic updates. Yes. So I used to do traffic for John Wilkins.
So that's how you started.
That's how I started. And I used to input music. So, you must remember back in the day when music needed to go onto the system. I mean, I've never worked for a non-automated radio station, because Capital's Automated works on a system called RCS. I don't know whether they're still on RCS. They could be on something else. And so does Radio Africa. But the music must be recorded onto the hard drive.
Yep.
That means, and in the case of Lance, he did it in real time.
As the song is playing, it's recording that
Yes,
speed.
you guys actually you download.
No.
Actually, before download, I'm sure you remember there was a time you ripped. Yes, yes. Yep. Before there was ripping, you recorded it in real time. If a CD skips,
you start again.
Hotel California by the Eagles is 7 minutes. 21 seconds.
I know.
Okay. And also the reason I know this is because after Lance had done his part, then I inputted the data, because the system must call up a song based on where it has been classified. So
you name by data. You're talking about naming the song.
Yes. So I have to do Rod Stewart. Sailing. Length 334. Because when you tell the system to call up all songs under 4 minutes, it needs to call it up. That's just data entry by any other name.
Yep.
And then beats per minute, you need to know that. Because remember, when we programmed the station to play slower music during an evening show, the beats per minute recognize that.
How are you figuring out the beats per minute?
But I was taught how to do it, so I know the tempo of the song.
So can you hear a song now? I know what tempo it is.
Oh God, I can tell you exactly where the vocals start.
Carol, you're a DJ.
I'm not just, I've always said, thanks to both my employers, Capital and Radio Africa, I understand the science of the business. I can tell you where to buy your masts and transmitters. I know what you need, do not need. I know what the communications authority allows. I know when you're extending, your bandwidth kidogo.
Yeah.
I mean, but so you know the beats per minute. You must also input whether that song ends or fades, because when a presenter looks at that song and they see an E, they know they can't speak until the song
ends.
But if a song fades,
they can begin speaking.
Thank you.
There's something also that you've said that is huge. You know when the vocal starts.
You know when the vocal starts. So we also put start time to vocals. So you can tell this is 10 seconds. So as a presenter, you know how to say 22 minutes coming up to the vocals.
So what is happening as you're inputting this? This is preparing you to be a
to be on air.
Software has been...
But also remember, today, I hire everybody and all they want to do is, I want to be famous now. I'm like, oh God, relax.
Okay, tell me a little bit about Capital that time. Just the radical shift that Capital was doing. All this time that we've been having this conversation, I'm not hearing you saying, yeah, I was watching KBC and I really, really enjoyed it, or this, that, the other. Like,
I needed a job. And I think, to be honest...
I'm hearing you saying that media
No, it was a job. And I think I need to reiterate this, and this is important. When I look at all my people, when I look at Joe Tunis, Zane Verjee, when I think about Shiro Githongo, what we had were jobs. Bob Kyoko, we had jobs. We had jobs and we had pay. Those fame was a byproduct that came like 4 years later. We just had really good jobs and we didn't have to wear suits to go to work. and you know, and we drank too much coffee and we laughed a lot, and it was just a really nice vibe. Eric and Dalvi, all those people, we just had jobs.
All those are the kind of people.
It was just work. And I don't know whether people get it. It was work. It was just work.
I'm getting it.
Okay, great. I'm glad you get it.
My explain to me was, you see, if a new station comes up right now, we may not even know about it. Actually, there's
so many new ones.
New stations that have come that I don't even know exist.
Actually, I've just looked at the numbers because I do need to have a conversation with some of our presenters who have been a bit uselebni mengi. Last count, and the Communications Authority can actually check me on this one. We have 300 and probably 80 frequencies in the market.
That's insane.
Most of you, third caller for $100 on a radio station right now, could not name me 15.
Yep. And
even 10.
And so now imagine a station coming up when there's only been 2 stations. I
Yes.
didn't even know East FM was there.
Yeah.
No internet.
None.
No internet as an option of taking away attention. Capital coming in, the kind of presenters that they had, that was radical. In terms of,
I guess.
did you know that? Did you know
No.
that?
Because you know you're peddling, you're in, you get in every day, you get in at 6. Phil needs coffee. Have you finished importing this music because you know Golden Sunday is coming up and this is what he wants to play, and how many CDs still to go? Lance used to have a toothbrush in his pigeonhole, for heaven's sake. There are times he was there overnight, and then you know by the time you've done that, I get so I've got that I do, and then at 3 o'clock John Wilkins, 2 o'clock he actually goes on air, and then I have to do traffic twice an hour. So first I have to go onto the walkie-talkie and find out where our riders, our Bora guys those times, we'll call it their call sign was Charlie Mobile. So there was Charlie Mobile 1 and Charlie Mobile 2 because they were on two-way. Yeah, they were on two-way. Yeah. And all I had to ask them is, where are you? And what is the situation? Because we were doing deliveries, different things.
Yeah.
So their job was also to tell us what it was. So it would be literally Charlie Mobile 1, go for Charlie Mike. I'm Caroline Mutoko, I'm Charlie Mike. Once I've done that, I write it neatly and I go and I sit down and I wait for John to pull up the fader and I do the traffic update. When I finish that, I go back and do other stuff. There's stuff to be done. It's a new station. There's so much to be done.
And it's analog or slightly entering digital.
Slightly, but it's still analog.
And even the word digital is very different from what digital is now.
Exactly, because when I think about it, I finally got like a little segment. So there used to be a travel show. And there used to be there was a travel show and a motoring show, and they were on Tuesday and Thursday, and I used to do the show with Nicola Nicola, I have to remember her last name. She made me cry. She never used to raise my mic. She was not nice to me.
Were there a lot of Africans in the station?
Plenty. Plenty.
Were there any of them on air?
Air sounded very white.
I have a job.
No, don't say, boy, you have a job. What does the guy say?
Okay,
what
so the
does he
guy's like,
offer
okay,
you?
so loved what we saw. We have music interludes on KTN, but we feel that they need a presenter. We just want to do something different. We don't know what, so we think you can do it.
Jimmy, you didn't enter KTN because of the toy show?
No,
the
toy show is mine, yeah. So at first of all, they're like, okay, so probation. I did probation 3 months, okay. In the probation, I did a show on KTN, the first entertainment show on KTN on Sunday, local, called Showtime.
Okay, wait.
So the my creation.
What they're calling you for,
yeah,
is this interlude.
Yeah. But to try me, they put me on a probation period of 3 months. While on probation, they asked me to come up with a show to match which one? Compete with which one? Jiburu Disheni. I was like, but I've never been on television. I am not a trained journalist. I'm not a trained broadcaster. And by this time, the only experience I have is theater. So come on, let me do what? Yeah. And so I came up with a show on Sunday called Showtime.
Before Showtime, what is happening in this interlude show? Give me an example.
Nothing. It's just music. So Mondays they play hip hop. Tuesday African, whatever.
Yeah.
Wednesday they didn't know what to do. Thursday, Friday they play R&B. All those mix.
Oh,
okay?
I get what this is bathing.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, we're just doing it, but we think we can do something with it. But we don't know what. So this is now after my probation. They're like, yeah, we've confirmed you. Well done. So we have this idea. We have this. Have you watched our station? I'm like, yeah. Have you seen the music? I'm like, yeah. So we want something. Right now, there's no presenter, but we're thinking it can be something. Please remember, 6 to 6:30 was not prime time at all. So as in, if I mess up, no one will notice. That's why they gave me 6 to 6:30.
6 to 6:30?
It was not prime time. Prime time was 6:30 to 7 because 6:30 to 7 was Neighbors. The show Neighbors.
Yes, Neighbors.
Yeah. So they gave me 6 to 6:30 in the attack. You want to try? That's what he told me. You want to try? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, I can, yeah. So, but this time I'm very excited, eh? So, but at this time, I know this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. When I joined KTN after my probation, and they told me you've passed your probation, we're going to increase your salary to so much, I knew this is what I'm going to grow old doing at age 20.
Oh my God.
I knew this is it.
Let me take you back to the probation. I'm just trying to clarify something here. First of all, this is a lot, but beautiful. The probation, they told you to create something.
Yeah.
What was that thing that you created?
They wanted me to do a show to compete with Jibru Disheni on KBC.
And you used to come at what time?
Same time, after news, so 7. News was 7 to...
On Sunday?
On Sunday, yeah, so 8 to 8:30.
So the first thing you ever created...
was a show called Showtime.
And did you present on it?
Yeah.
Guy.
And so later on they told me, it was the selection of my music and how it flowed. They were like, whoa.
So you were doing everything. You were doing song selection.
I was not presenting, but I was selecting. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah. So I was given a producer and I was and a crew.
And you're not hosting. You
I was hosting. I was sitting on a chair and hosting.
Okay.
But I was like, can I select the music?
Oh, nice.
They were like, okay. And I was like, no, don't start with this one. Start with this one. I've never done this before. I just love music.
Yes.
And so I went and they said, okay, this is the music library. This is a librarian. Just ask this, whatever, ask what you want. And I sat. Before I prepared for that show for I think a week. So every day I'd go to KTN, meeting these celebrities, and then I sit and I watch his videos. And so I planned the music. I said, don't start with this. And the guy was like, kwa nini? I'm like, lazima iflow. Yeye ni kusema nini? I'm like, please, usin hivyo. And this guy noticed when the show went on air. And I remember, I told my mom, I got a job. And she asked me, kazi gani? I said, nataka uone. Kwa TV. Mother thought kwa TV ni KBC. So I was like, man. All right, whatever.
She missed it.
Yeah. So
she went Burda.
Yeah. So at that time, was it my bro who bought the TV? Or was it my mom? I can't remember. We now had a color television. My mom. Yeah, what am I saying? Mom bought a color TV. And so I tell guys, I'm going to be on TV today. Please remember this, except my brothers. My mom is still reading
KBC.
Yeah. And so at 8 o'clock, and they used to have what they call continuity announcers. And the continuity announcer was Leader Manyasi. And he says, okay, now ladies and now viewers, our brand new star with a brand new show.
Showtime.
It's called Showtime, hosted by our very own, our newest signing, Jimmi Gathu. My mom was like, looks at me. So my mother's like, this is not KBC, it's that new station.
Yeah.
Did they mention your name? I'm like, yeah. And now everyone is sitting there, my brothers. And I come on. Oh my God. No one said anything. Everyone just kept looking at me. They watched the whole 30 minutes. When it ended, from the elders, that's all I had. That's why I said from that day, I knew this is what I'm going to do.
For the rest of your life.
My brothers, my older brothers, my mom was like, Jimmy, what you know here? Evil.
Yes.
He no kazi mwenye bata. Mbona kuniambia ni evil? My mom. Whoa, evil.
Now it's even beyond affirmation. They're in awe of you.
Neighbors have come. Kariako. Jimmy uko wapi? Evil.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Brand JG was bump.
Let me ask a question. This showtime,
Yeah.
did they give you freedom to pick any music you want?
Yeah, any. So that guy is watching.
That's the program.
He's called Tom. What country was Tom?
The guy
who?
who's taking a chance on you.
Yes, the guy who called me. My
Yes.
name is Tom. So
Yes.
I'm the head of programs.
Yes.
KTN.
Able somebody get the comments and tell us who that guy is.
Yeah. Guys from KTN. Lydia Manyase. Anyone from KTN? Remember Tom. Not Tom Brown. He's something.
They'll
else.
tell us.
Yeah,
Don't
they'll
worry.
tell us. Yeah. He's the one who called me. And then he calls me and says,
This is December.
Yeah.
December of
1990.
yeah.
Then my probation ends in March of 91. He calls me and says, okay, so I have this new idea. Okay? You've been watching the station? I'm like, yes. You notice our music interlude? It's called music interlude. Yeah. I want to turn that into shows. We don't know. I don't know what to do. So I think you can do it.
How old are you, bro?
21. 21. And I'm like, yeah, I can try. Yeah. Also try something, yeah. Initially, we're going to call them KTN music shows. Can you come up with names?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And so he says, please keep the theme. The ones that we're struggling with is Wednesday and Thursday. But Monday and Tuesday, keep the themes as they are. But Monday, Thursday, we're not very sure.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, we're not very sure. So do whatever you want. Okay, yeah. But Monday, Thursday, because apparently people used to call and request and call the, hey, you know, yeah, hip hop, yeah. And so I thought, nearly wrote names. And then I said, okay, these are the names I've come up with. Here's a funny thing, eh? So, I used to wear glasses, so smoking, so. In those days, you know, there were no rules in smoking. You could smoke in the building, inside,
Yes.
yeah. So you weld the lights up. He says, oh, brilliant. That's how it starts. Brilliant. This is African, isn't it? Cuss? Yeah. It's African, I know it's Africa, yeah. Brilliant. Russ. Reggae? Yeah, brilliant. That's how, imagine. I said, wait, reggae. So, you're going to do reggae on Wednesday? Is that what you think? It's good? You're good? Yeah, I'm there. Okay. Okay, what's this? I says, that's Jamadelic. Interesting name. What is it about? I said, R&B. Why Jamadelic? So here's why I call it Jamadelic.
Oh my God, this is too
I
much.
love the group Funkadelic.
Oh
I used to
my
love
God.
Bootsy Collins in it. And then, was it my brother? Was it my brother? I can't remember, but it was somebody in the family who used to call me Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam. And so I call it Jamadelic. Because I love Funkadelic. So I said, Jam. He said, so Jam, that's you. I said, yeah. Brilliant. Then he goes, rhythmics. Yeah, you're going to mix. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. You know what to do. You want get to imaging done. Imaging. Starts.
What does it mean to do imaging?
So imaging as into the montage.
Oh.
Montage of the shows.
Montage.
Yeah. Montage. Yes. So I go and I sit with these guys, and here's a funny thing about the people I met.
You are even sitting and you're the one who's
running
this whole show.
So I've gone. He walks me around people, introduces me to the former, I think, head of broadcast for Nation Media Group called Alex Kobia, and says, Alex, this is Jimmi Gathu. He's come up with this concept. So we're talking about our music shows. Yeah. Hi, bro. Kofiti. So can you create this for him? Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Alex Kobia, who's right now, he's like, at that time he was the head of graphics. And then there was an editor, there were many, Petrina, Shichana. There's one of the fantastic, I don't know if you editors, even does work for Discovery Channel now, called Francesca Shiruka. And these guys, it was like I was a toy. So let's help. Because if he was succeed, it was amazing. No one was like, everyone's like, what's happening? Hey, bro, what do you need? Evo. And so together, these guys helped me to form Rapem Monday, Kaskas on Tuesday, Rastrat on Wednesday, Jamadelic on Thursday, and then Rhythmics on Friday. And so I go to do the show. And so my producer was a Mzungu called Chris Haber from Canada. So he says, now, here's how we're going to do it. We'll record all your links. You know what links are?
Yes.
I'm like, no. Okay, links are introductions. I'm like, what are those? Okay. So introducing the show. So he creates a format.
Yes.
And he says, but here I can't help you. It has to be your words. I'm like, don't worry.
I got it.
I got you. And so we record. I don't know. So of course I was nervous. So we do Rapem, introduction to the intros for Rapem. By the time we're doing Rasta, I'm excited. And guys are clapping. Well done. Yeah. So Zemadelic, I go crazy. I haven't scripted this. I go crazy. And I said, okay, now Jimmy, we're doing Zemadelic, and then we finish with okay, so yeah. And he says, okay, Jimmy, we're counting together 5, 4, and I go, jam, Jimmy, jam, Jimmy, jam, Jimmy. I'm excited. Guys are like, oh my God, that's evil. Evil. So jam, Jimmy, jam. It came because I was like, I can do this. Day one.
Okay.
I'm like, I can do this. So I was so excited. I just kept jam, Jimmy, jam, Jimmy, jam, Jimmy, Derek. And it became the signature tune. But here's the funny thing. Do you know which was the most popular show? It will shock you. Kaskas.
Kaskas.
Kaskas. Rastrat.
Rapem.
Rapem.
Yeah,
Then Jamadelic.
What? Dude, first of all, hold on. Can I do this? Thank you, bro. Thank you. You guys, you shaped my life.
Wow.
Those shows, and not just mine, many guys. In fact, look at your clap emojis for what this guy did.
For me, I was like, okay, as a consumer of the then KBC content, I was like, man, our music industry is boring. So I don't know why you're forcing this thing down our throat, because the music industry, because you're not showing a lot of musically speaking, you're just showing them once, and then you're bringing these boring bands. They're boring. And then there are no videos. I want to watch videos. Yeah, remember Michael Jackson Thriller?
Yes.
That's what I was looking for. Why are the guys not showing us those videos? You know? And then, even by that time, Michael Jackson had released Bad. I'm like, he's showing?
Yep.
It's not, come on. So I wanted a show where I could exhaust all those things. I was like, you know what? Here's my idea. I'm not going to show any local, because there are none, and there are no local videos.
Yes.
Because I want to see whether guys can feel me, like I did with Impulse, and begin to start a new music genre based on standards. Like, okay, let's listen. Introduce the world, creativity to something brand new.
Oh, I get it. So you are not going to take these local bands that were being aired and dare put them onto this thing. Because I don't listen to them.
And there were some who got very angry at me. Because I'm gonna videos. Videos ziko gani? Zile mchiza kwa pale kwa nataka music video kama Michael Jackson. First I say kama ile Michael Jackson. Wewe kwenda wewe kama wigi sijui nini. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I have a plan. And I had a plan.
Okay, let me ask a question. Where are you getting the music
from? Nice one. So, remember, Sony Music Corporation, Polydor Records, Polygram Records, were already in the country. It was so funny.
Listen to what you've just said.
Yeah, so it's so funny. Here's the thing, and guys didn't know this. You see how artists are assigned in record labels?
Yes.
It used to happen in Kenya. When you sign for a record label as an artist, you are paid money. And you get
points and royalties.
Yes! In Kenya.
Wakina Safari.
Yes! That's how they used to have chop. And they used to make color. Me, the first guy apart from my uncle who was so driving a Benz, was a musician. We used to be a band. Those guys used to live in Carico called Les Yo-Yos, and they were all Maasais.
What?
They were tall guys. Chicks used to go crazy. They rocked in a benzo, and all they used to do was sing Les Yo-Yos.
Yo.
I'm like, dude. So, okay. So when KTN came, they were the same suppliers. So I was told, oh, but they. So I asked, so where does this music come from? But then now that you're going to be handling the music or whatever for KTN, we'll give you all the contacts. We'll move the contacts to you. And so I was given the contacts for Sony, which was my biggest supplier, Polygram Records, who mostly dealt with VHSs. Sony, it was reels.
Dude, you were getting them from source.
From source! But then let me tell you, let me give you an example. If you love me, who's that?
Sing it if
yeah.
you want to.
When
Is it Jani?
Not Jani.
No. No, it's these three chicks.
Yeah, one died. They discovered Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Michael Jackson. Anyway, so
no, it's going to be cut close. Is it? No, not cut close.
I can't believe I'm.
Even me.
If you
and it's not
love
total.
me.
It's not cut close.
I don't wanna wait on.
Anyway,
so those guys.
Brownstone.
Brownstone. Brownstone.
That was good.
When Brownstone released what they call a promotional video, the day it was released, we got it here as well. So what I was playing on my music shows were the first time it was played globally. It was crazy. So I brought you new music, man.
So now,
no, and then don't forget there was Power Hits USA, which was licensed by Sony, so I could play music videos from Power Hits USA because it was a show licensed by Sony. I could play BET music because BET was amalgamation of all those guys, Sony music. So BET shows, I could take the music videos and play them on my show.
Just explain that to somebody who may not understand.
Okay.
Because what you're saying, it is illegal
Yes.
as a TV station
Yes.
to play content that
Yes.
hasn't said.
Unless, so let me tell you. So I would get Power Hits USA, which was a music show on its own. I have to go to Sony and say, Sony, there's Bobby Brown, there's this all TLC here. Are these under your labels? If he says no, I go to Polygram. Polygram, are these under your labels? If they say no, I can't play that song.
No way.
I'll be sued. What are you saying? I'll be shut down. I'll be fired from KTN.
No way.
Yes. You don't just go there and have a drayaga, unangama nande.
Hey, Jimmy.
I have to call. Isn't his venue?
You know VDJs.
In fact, I remember which artist was it? There's an artist called Carla Les Love. Okay. There's a group of artists. I remember I went to Sony and I said, Mazi, it was from a movie. It was a song featuring Tim Dog. Sony told me, that is our artist, but that song, we haven't given permission to Africa market to release it. So don't play it until I tell you. It was hard. So I chilled. Then they're like, after I was chasing your Power Hits, you say, kuja nikupati original. So I went and I got the real.
Guy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are these guys still in the country? Does this still operate like this?
So
on my internet,
So when video piracy and all these things folded. I don't even know if Sony still exists. Maybe they do, but not the way I knew it then. And now you can
get it.
Practically yeah.
So at that time, you had to write down the songs you're playing and get approval.
Yes,
So now your boss taught you this.
Yeah.
You
don't play music without. So it's like, okay, so these are original. These we have permission to play
from our library.
Anything from these shows. Remember when I came, Power Hits USA was a year old. Anything from these shows, bro, you ask permission from these guys. If they say no, you don't play it. You hear? I'm like, yeah.
But what about for the Kaskas and things?
Kaskas, because I think because Kaskas was Kaskas Sony, yes, Kaskas was Sony, and Utna, yeah. So anything we didn't have a problem with Kaskas.
Okay.
Yeah, and Utna was my competition. But I think the sensitive ones were those kind of MJ.
Yes.
Anything UK, US, SA, not a problem.
So for them, playing your music wasn't marketing. You
No.
playing somebody's music wasn't marketing.
No.
It was a royalty. It was true.
Yes. Do you have permission to play this thing? So, don't blame Igbo, yeah.
No, that's so powerful.
Yeah, that's why
so
when
no
you-
wonder musicians were making millions.
Yes. And please remember, Brownstone have released If You Love Me.
Yes.
It is sent to all the markets globally. When the markets confirm they have the video, it is then released globally. So when you see that song on Jamadelic for the first time at a US
Yep.
release of your time, that's how forward you are. Amazing.
You are sharing history like insane. Who is at KTN at this time?
So
when you're joining.
in terms of?
In terms of actually no. Even before I come to that question and the previous question,
Yeah.
is Capital FM in the mix?
No! Capital FM is 6 years from then. Capital came in 1996.
What?
Yeah. FM radio didn't exist until 1996.
Also very important. Also
Was it
very
95 or
important.
96?
Very important
Yeah.
to say. KTN is only in Nairobi.
Yes. Oh, yes. So here's the thing. And KTN was massive in Nairobi. Massive.
Crazy.
You chomoka Nairobi and go to Sharks. No one knows who you are. Unless you're in KBC. Come on, KBC is at Evo. So it was so easy for me to HEPA.
Talking about HIPAA, let's then go back to this thing. What does that do now?
Oh,
You start
my
playing-
God.
You're on TV Monday to Friday.
I'm on TV, man. 7 days. Oh, good. So,
7 days.
yeah, 7 days, yeah. I'll
What
tell you
was
what.
okay? Huh?
No, 6 days. Monday to Saturday.
What was Sato?
So, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
This guy is happy. I knew this guy could do it. This guy is creative. I knew he could do it. You know what? That thing we do on Saturday? So he calls the creator of KTN Kids Club,
Oh man.
Josephine Bell. Says, Josephine, come. Josephine is like my big sister already. She's like, oh my goodness. So Josephine's like, Josephine, that idea. He's like, yes. Can I talk to him? Yes. So Josephine calls me and says, Josephine still calls me little bro. Like, listen, I'm going to hand this show over to you. I'm like, which show? So I came up with a concept for kids called KTN Kids Club. You watched it? I said, no, watch it this Saturday because you're going to be doing that show. Because me, I'm going to be focusing on marketing and sales. I'm like, what? So I was saying, explain to me, it's a kids show. Now, one of the things I also wanted to change was children's shows. I'm like, okay, yeah, there's Kinimacho. Yeah, but I wanted to feature guys in school. I wanted to see what's happening in schools and also,
Hey, ulinishika, Jimmy. Ulinishika.
So I watch it and I'm like, so like you watch it, I'm like, yeah, you like it? I'm like, yeah. It's like, what was that? I said, can I not shoot in the studio? She's like, yeah. You want to shoot outside the studio? Where do you want to shoot? I said, Animal Orphanage, Bombers of. She's like, wow.
Jimmy, how are you thinking like that?
So my childhood. My childhood. I'm like, the Animal Orphanage was the ish. How can you not show that on television? I mean, I used to go crazy
Yeah.
when I'm like, and then Bombers of Kenya.
Wow,
How can you not show that on television? How? And then, was it my aunt or my grandfather? I can't remember. My uncle was a storyteller. My mom was, let me tell you, so remember I told you Mzee died?
Yes.
And how my mom used to keep us going to forget that we were hungry is stories. That's how she used to live nowadays. My mom is a storyteller. I'm like, how can you not have storytelling on me? Let's make it better. Okay, so it's on Joy Bringers, but let's make it better. And then I asked her, do I still call it KTN Kids Club? And that's what Joseph used to do. Like, what are you thinking? Those days, Ukwaje, Niko Kiboko.
Kiboko. Yeah.
Can I call it Club Kiboko?
She's
like,
yeah.
Why club? Because I'm going to make it a club. For? I said, I don't know, for kids. And she did, yeah. So, Kiboko, go do it. In fact, a lot of guys in KTN used to call me Kiboko. To this day, they still call me Kiboko. Because Club Kiboko was a total transformation. Remember, KTN Kids Club and what Club Kiboko was.
Two different shows.
Yeah, kabisa. And Jackie Tom used to do features. So Jackie Tom was like, what? So, because Jackie Tom used to do features about kids, street kids. So she became a huge part of the content of Club Kiboko. Because I said, like, you're not going to be in studio? I'm like, why are you sitting in studio, man? This is exciting. Go out, just keep Ibo. So I was on TV for 6 days a week for years.
Okay.
I had to
no.
be
We will do a minute break. This one is. We need to come back and dissect. We will come back and dissect a few of these. But let's just take a 2-minute break. That one is too hot.